full time here at Tolka Park, and it's finished Shelbourne 1, Shamrock Rovers 2. Keith, thoughts on the game?
I thought it was a really entertaining game. I don't think we had an awful lot of goal mouth action from either team, but all in all I thought it was a really feisty Dublin derby. I thought it was entertaining. Both teams had periods on top, but Shamrock Rovers just that little bit more ruthless in attack. When they got the chances, they finished it. I'm absolutely delighted for Josh Honan. I know what it's like to get into an Irish team and not play football, and you feel it's a little bit of a failure, but the fact that he's reached that Irish squad, brilliant for him. And then he goes and scores an OG at the back post, and he would have been relaying that in his head as the game went on. So the fact that Josh has popped up with the winning goal for his team, and such a brilliant finish from a player who is an orthodox right back, but he's playing as a left wing back. The way he finished it was brilliant. To fire it into the top corner the way he did, the nonchalant celebration as well, I thought was brilliant from him. So I'm over the moon from Josh Honan's point of view. I think from a Shelbourne point of view, that's them then and buried now. 12 points off Shamrock Rovers. It would be a mini miracle now for Shelbourne to get back into this race, but it's not done and dusted. There's other teams that can go and get involved in the title race, but I think the champions are out of it.
So Shelbourne is 12 points off the top of the table now. Should they switch their focus towards Europe?
I'm not too sure. Obviously the financial implications are brilliant in Europe. You get through a couple of rounds, you're talking a couple of 100,000, $500,000. It is brilliant, but I don't think any club, you can't just say let's forget about the season, let's just go all in Europe. I know Spurs across the water did that, and it just didn't hold any water. They went on to win the European trophy, but the league is your bread and butter, and Shelbourne took them 17 years to wrestle back the league, so I can't imagine they'll want to give it up that easy. I'm saying it's dead and buried, but they have to keep chasing. They have to get the gap down to as small as they can. If they lose the league by 6 points, 3 points, you can stomach that, but you can't be 12 points off come the end of the season. And I'm sure Damien Duff will be cracking the whip and saying it might be dead and buried, we might not get back into it, but we've got to chase like we believe we can get back into it.
The Shamrock Rovers now, it's 8 games unbeaten, 6 points clear of both, top of the table. Can you catch them?
I really don't think so. I don't want to sit here and say just give it to Shamrock Rovers, it's dead and buried, it's over with. Obviously Europe will have a big part to play if there's injuries in there, if Shamrock Rovers can repeat the heroics that they did last year and get European group stage football, then maybe somebody can catch them. But I look at the likes of St. Pat's Bows, I don't really see any consistency. Derry, Shelbourne, I don't see the consistency to not just match Shamrock Rovers, to actually go beyond them. I really don't see it. I think Pats have been underwhelming. Bows have been good at times, but been really poor at times. Derry, exactly the same, been up and down. So I don't see anybody catching them, unfortunately.
Shamrock Rovers today, you saw Adam Matthews forced off 3 minutes in, and they had the likes of Lee Grace come off the bench. Later on, Dylan Watts, Aaron Green come on and scored the winner. How tough must it be for Stephen Bradley to manage that dressing room with the amount of players who want to play every minute, every week?
I think it can become a problem if you're the Graham Burke being on the bench. Graham Burke got voted Player of the Month and he's on the bench when we come back from the break. But I'm sure Stephen Bradley has the right message to the players. Look, you're not playing today, but you will be playing on Monday. It's a squad game, and with Europe coming in, Stephen Bradley will be telling the lads, look, we don't need to go all in just yet. I will rotate people as I see it, but Jack Bourne coming off, Graham Burke going on, Watts coming on. You look and you think, OK, Matthews is going off. Maybe that will play into Shelbourne's favour. Arguably, the levels went up when Matthew went off, and that's not to be disrespectful to Matthew. It's just to highlight how strong Shamrock Rovers are coming off the bench. It really is an embarrassment of riches.